What's going on, guys? It's been 2 years since I've made a video for YouTube, so we're gonna try and get something out, and I guess today will just be like a quick little update on what's changed in the last 2 years and where we're at business-wise, life-wise, and yeah, just see where it goes. A lot of different equipment and different kind of work we're doing than we were. Fully commercial snow work now. Still doing residential landscape installs, and I put a focus on hardscapes. But we're in the winter now. It's December 8th or 9th. Getting ready for another snowstorm. 3 to 5 inches between now and this time tomorrow. So just doing some running around real quick, checking on equipment. I've got a wheel loader and a skid steer at a property I'm going to check on and just make sure they're fueled up and good to go when the time comes. And yeah, so we'll check on those. And then when I get back towards the shop, I'll give you a rundown on everything else we got moving and going, and just kind of go from there. All right, well, made it to the first machine. And this lock usually sticks on this door, so I end up opening up this one, and the fucking key broke off inside the lock. This is a Bobcat L95 loader with a metal plus plow, and this lock that usually sticks, of course, turned right away, so it's all good. This has been sitting for a good week and a half or so. Let's see. Should fire right up, hopefully. Yeah, we keep some IBC totes full of brine, about 550 gallons, with just a hose to gravity feed into our snow raiders. This is just a refill spot for this property. Let's see, I'll put my coat in, you don't need to see that. All right. Well, you can't get the auxiliary to work until it warms up, I guess, but we'll take a quick little walk around. These totes, we just put these 1-inch hoses with a valve on here, and I just have a bungee cord rigged up on there. Hold it, and then you can go down to your snow raider, turn the valves, gravity feed. And yeah, this is the 830-13 live edge on a Bobcat L95. Awesome setup. This property too, we do have a camera, view robotics camera, so we can see this property pretty much anytime. Alerts you when it's snowing or when the temps go below freezing. And then on our loader, we don't have a button here, the joystick for the plow. I use a foot pedal. Just because of the way the Bobcat controller was set up, it didn't fit right. Yeah, it's not going to work until this machine warms up. So we do have storm vision on this plow too, which is my bad. That'll sit right here. I got to take this home and charge this, but it'll show you the plow. It'll show you when it's level and unlevel, and it kind of simplifies a few things, which is nice. Shut this guy off. Oh, and then on my truck, I just bought this. This is the Arctic sectional Razorback, the full kit. So all Arctic's hydraulics and everything. Pretty sweet plow. I think it's 8.5 feet wide when it's closed like this, and then these wings articulate just like a metal plus wood. So you can be a 12-foot straight blade, or I think it's like 10.5, 11 feet when it's in the scoop position. Let's see if we can move that real quick. And this is on a Ford F-250. Oh, I took my keys out. Let's see. It's got down pressure pretty cool too, because I think it's called active down pressure, where it'll keep readjusting. As soon as it senses it loses pressure, it'll re-engage the down pressure, which is pretty cool. Let's see if it does it. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet setup though. And then these wings will move, each section will move. They'll trip over anything you're going over. So it'll contour to any surface really. All aluminum, LED lights, bright as hell. So yeah, that's that. We'll close this guy up and lock it up, and then we'll go check on the skid. Alright, I'm at a neighboring property. We get this garage here. Again, more IBC totes for sidewalk equipment, which thankfully we can store on site here. So we got Snowrator, Toro multi-force, both with 4-foot plows, and then I got a Bobcat MT120 with a 48-inch broom, 30-inch snowblower. What is that? 24-inch Toro snowblower. Little walk behind brine sprayer, gas cans, pellets, salts, yada yada yada. Shovels, all that good stuff. So these stay here. I have another mini skid steer. I have another multi-force on order, and I have another Snowrator that goes on a truck with a ramp rack. Oh, and then on my truck, 40-gallon fuel tank. Open this up. Shovel, deck toolbox. This one's set up with all kinds of tools. This one's set up with stuff for job estimates, more so for summer work, pavers and whatnot. And then we just built this. This is a brine sprayer that gets power off my trailer harness. 100 feet of hose reel. And then I have this pump box. It just has a 12-volt pump. You know, I can do another video on that another time, but we wired it right into the trailer. Stay in there. Wire it right into here, and then I have a wireless switch to turn it on and off. It's obviously not plugged in right now, but it's pretty sweet to have a little bit of salt with you, a little bit of salt brine, and 100 feet of hose. You know, it's only a 65-gallon tank, but you know, it's better than nothing if I see something, a little sidewalk that needs something or whatnot. So you can tell where my brine sprayer went. Jeez. This is a neighboring property of where we were just at. It's 3 or 4 apartment complexes, these houses and HOAs. And then my skid steer stays here. This is a Bobcat T650 with a 830-13 Metal Plus standard edge plow. Great plow. Just put new tracks on this, multi-bar tracks, which work awesome in the snow. For anybody who says the track machines can't push, they are full of shit. If you're gonna run a track machine in the winter, it's gotta either have the multi-bar tracks or the zigzag tracks. The C-pattern dirt style tracks are no good. You're not gonna get any traction. And I posted so many videos with our skid steer pushing a lot of snow with either our old cage box or this Metal Plus, and a lot of people, you always get the Facebook haters who have 30 years of experience and just love to troll other people. But you get the people that are like, oh, that thing can't push anything. Put it on a hill. Put it on ice. You put anything on ice, it's not going to push. A wheeled machine is going to slide on ice also. It's fucking stupid. But anyways, multi-bar or zigzag. All right, I am back at my shop / house, and just do a quick run through on what's been happening and where things are at. Built this fire pit area, I think it was 2 seasons ago now. We just changed the caps on this, natural stone caps. We put a smokeless fire pit ring in there, wood burning fire pit. And then we got this little bench with lights, in lights. Looks awesome at night. Garage. A lot of stuff in here. This is a walk behind sprayer, VSI push pail. Thing's okay. It does all right. Bobcat MT100. This is the OG mini skid. Still running strong. Where are we at in hours? 997. Almost at the 1,000-hour mark. Been great. No issues. Sometimes we take this out for snow. It's got a 48-inch snowblower, and I have a, I think it's a 40-inch plow we made. I'll show you in a minute. That's an old Western plow. But for the most part, this stays here. We use this 36-inch bucket to load our Brine Buddy, which is a salt maker. It's a VSI Brine Buddy. We make all our own salt brine. This tank right here is a water tank. It just feeds our brine maker. It's about 3,000 gallons because our hose will not fill this 300-gallon tank in a timely manner. So we fill this on a float valve, 3,000 gallons. Then we pump from here through this green line into the Brine Buddy, make our brine, and then we pump out back and do another storage tank, which I'll show you shortly. Toro mud buggy, just sitting up on a couple blocks for the winter. That's an awesome machine. Don't use it a lot, but it is nice when you need it. Another walk behind brine sprayer. I bought 2 of these on Marketplace. They're kind of shitty. They don't put out a lot of liquid. So this one I'm going to do a little experiment with. I'm going to take this 1 gallon per minute pump off, and I'm going to put a 4 gallon per minute pump on there. And then I'm going to get rid of this, this green sprayer nozzle. It's a fan spray. It's more so for a pre-treatment, but I'm going to put I think a 36-inch stainless steel bar with holes drilled in it so you can get some pressured pencil tip spray down to Sidewalk, and hopefully we can use it for a post-treatment. Let's see what we got. So, JetBlue Sidewalk salts. Keep a pallet of this on hand just to have a couple buckets on every truck. Yeah, we'll take a walk around back and see the rest of the stuff. This is behind my garage. This is a 2018 Ford F650 with the Western Wideout XL. We just wired up these, I shouldn't say we, Charles just wired up these LED lights that we got from Storks. They look fucking sweet. Heated LED lights. These are the ones you can get from Western, but we cheaped out when we bought the plow and got the halogen and ended up buying them again later anyways. So I would recommend buying those versus the halogen lights, like on this plow. So 2018 Ford F650. This has a V10 in it, gas engine. Great truck. I love this truck. 1,000-gallon VSI brine sprayer. These trucks will spray 30 feet wide out of these booms. 8 feet in the middle, and then both sides will spray out 8 feet and 8 feet. You got 100 feet of hose reel. These things are awesome. This was my first dump truck. This was the last video I posted about this truck getting the switch and go. Oh, which makes me remember. This has an 11-foot swap hog roll-off system. So it's got the winch and everything, just like same thing as a switch and go for the most part. I mean, there's minor differences, but 11-foot system, 9-foot system. Yeah, 09 F550. This is a brand new 10'6" V plow. This thing is massive. So we originally bought this plow for the 650, but this truck sits so low that the plow just wouldn't sit flush on the ground. We did every adjustment you could possibly do and determined that the truck, without jacking the truck up or putting a lift on the front of it or bigger tires, it just wasn't going to work. So we took the wide out from the 550 and flip-flopped them. This plow is a little big for this truck, but it'll work. The only downside with these plows is the lights were so low. When you lifted this plow up, the plow would block all the lights. So we found these risers on eBay to raise the headlights up 3 inches, and those seem to work pretty good. This truck's got a VSI 750-gallon sprayer, identical unit to this one, just 1,000-gallon, 750-gallon. Everything else is the same. We got a bunch of tanks. These are not in use right now. Dump bed, 2 dump beds for the roll-offs. I got a dumpster. I've got 2 of these dumpsters now, and I keep one here for our personal use, and I keep one across the street just in case I get a call from one. I don't really promote renting dumpsters anymore, but we keep them. Chevy 2500, Whiteout XL. This is a Ford F-250, both older trucks. One's an 11, one's a 12. Ramp rack on this one. Ramp rack is, we had this last year too, to move around sidewalk equipment. This is a great unit. Put a snow raider on here, 2 snow blowers, a bunch of shovels, a couple buckets of salt. And originally we had a plow. We had this 9-foot Western plow on this truck, but the guys never used it, so I ended up taking it off, and it's just a slick unit. I mean, you could put 4 guys in here with a couple sidewalk machines. Well, 1 sidewalk machine, but a couple blowers, and you know, it's nice. And it is set up for a Western plow, so if we wanted to put a plow back on here, we could. Where are we at? Salt bin, brine tanks, 6,000 gallons, 5,000 gallons. This will be another 5,000 or 6,000 gallons once that one is up. Bar box. This is awesome, but this is for another video. There's a lot going on in there. It's pretty much a mobile job site box. Flatbed. We just bought this used. We haven't used it yet. I'm just storing stuff on here. Rockhound, multi-force blade, multi-force deck, all kinds of attachments. Rockhound soil conditioner. This is my Bobcat E42. Fucking awesome machine. We put the Kinschoffer Knox tilt rotator with a CMP hydro grapple on it. That's the bucket for it, 48-inch bucket. I did buy one of these bucket bunker ordeals. I got a million ads for it. I ended up buying one, and it's cool. I've never once taken it out to a job site though. It kind of just sits here, and it's yeah, it looks nice. But yeah, a boneyard of pavers and things that we hope one day we'll use, but more than likely never will. Toro multi-force broom. Hopefully this can go on the new multi-force that's coming in. It's going to be the 34.5 horsepower Kawasaki multi-force. It should be here this month sometime. This is the custom 40-inch Western mini skid steer plow. I had an extra 8-foot plow, and I took a Sawzall and cut it down to 40 inches, and it's got a manual pin here. Pulled up, angle the blade. I didn't want to go crazy with cylinders and hydraulics. It was just something quick and simple. I welded a skid plate on it, and that's that. Mini skid blower. I haven't used this too much. And then I've got 2 Boss 180 ZV pull plows. One was brand new, one was bought used. This was originally on my truck. I love this plow. But after getting the deck toolbox, I don't want to lose the box. And fortunately, to put these on your truck, this is the mounting system that goes into the bed of the truck and then into your trailer hitch. So it kind of stops you if you need to have a trailer to haul something around or whatnot. This Chevy I have is set up for it. It's got the 5th wheel rail system in it. It's wired up for this plow, but we didn't end up using it as much. And this one's been for sale for a little while. I'm not going to sell this one. It was brand new when I bought it last year, 2 seasons ago, and we didn't use it at all last year. But I'm hanging on to it because I know I will want to use it at some point. And then my old cage pusher. This just sold. I'm waiting for the guy to pick it up. And these were the stock loader tires for the L95. I ended up putting Alliance snow tires on that machine. And yeah, I think that is where we're at. But yeah, I am going to try and make more videos. I will try and record some of this snowstorm that's coming in. It's supposed to be a lake effect storm. Keeps changing from 2 to 4 to 3 to 5. But we'll see. And starting now, so I'm just hoping the timing isn't, that rush hour morning plow. I'm hoping we can get done before 7 a.m. So we'll see. I'll try and video what I can, and hopefully stay active with YouTube and making more videos.